Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hi, in this video we are going to see how to install R in RStudio step by step. So we have a document called R Setup Guide. So I'm going to take you through each and every step to install R in RStudio. So this document contains a systematic installation of R in RStudio from the CRAN website. So let me just take you through the first step of installation of R. So to install R, you have to go to the following link. The link given here is cran.r-project.org. So now you have to make sure that you select the package compatible with your operating system. So by clicking on this link, you will land up in a page where you will have 3 links for different OS. The first link is for download R for Linux, the second link is for download R for Mac OS, and the third link is for download R for Windows. I am on Windows, so I am clicking on the third link to download R for Windows. On clicking this, you will be able to see the first line saying this is what you want to install, R for the first time. So I am going to click on that link. By clicking on that link, you will be directed to a page where you have the link to download R 4.0.2 for Windows. Click on the link Download R 4.0.2 for Windows. On clicking this, the download for R will begin. Once the download is complete, double click on the file to install R. Since I already have R in my machine, I'm not clicking on the link, but you can click on that link so that the download for R will begin. So once the download is complete, you can double click on the file to install R. A setup wizard will open up, so you just need to follow the steps and stick with the default options and click install. At the end of the installation, you will get a dialog box with the button finish. By clicking on that finish, you have successfully installed R in your machine. So this is about downloading R for Windows. Now let's go back to the setup guide to see how we can download R for Linux and for Mac OS. So the same link can be used to install R for Linux or Mac OS. You just need to click on the download for R Linux link, where it will take you through a page where you have different folders. You can click on the Ubuntu folder. Over here you can see readme.html, the third link from the top. Clicking on this, you can see there are commands to install complete R system. The commands are sudo apt-get update, sudo apt-get install rbase. So for the users who need to compile R packages from source, should also install the rbase dev package. The command to do that is sudo apt-get install rbase dev. So by following the steps and by following the commands given here, you'll be able to successfully install R system for Linux. So now I'm going back to the setup guide to show you how to install R for Mac OS. The second link from the top is for downloading R for Mac OS. By clicking on that, you will end up in a page where you can download R for Mac OS. There's a link called r-4.0.2.pkg that is for notarized and signed, and you can click on that to install the R for your Mac OS operating system. So this is how we install R for different operating systems, but you have to just make sure that you select the package compatible with your operating system. So now we've successfully installed R. So second step is installation of RStudio. So to install RStudio, go to the following link. The link is rstudio.com/products/studio/download/. And here also you have to make sure that you select the package compatible with your operating system. By clicking on this, you'll be able to see the page to download the RStudio. So scrolling down, you can check out all the versions offered. For example, RStudio Desktop, open source license, commercial license, RStudio Server, open source license, RStudio Server Pro, commercial license. We are going ahead with RStudio's Desktop, the free open source license. Going down, you can check out all the features offered. For RStudio Desktop open source license, free version, integrated tools for all feature is available. Clicking on this download link, this is where it directs us to. So first it will ask us to download R. That will be the first step to install RStudio, which we've already done. So now we can go ahead with the step 2 to download RStudio for desktop. Since I'm on Windows, I'm getting the link for Windows RStudio for Windows. But if you are on Linux, you will get the link for download RStudio for Linux. Similarly, if you are on Mac OS, then you will get the link to download RStudio for Mac OS. So by clicking on download RStudio for Windows, the download for RStudio would begin. So once the download is complete, you can double click on the file to install RStudio in your machine, where a setup wizard will open up. So you just need to follow the steps and stick with the default options and then click install. At the end of the installation, you will get a dialog box which says a finish button. By clicking on that, your RStudio installation is successfully completed. Now let's go ahead with the step 3, which is installation of packages. In this course, we'll be using several packages, for example, calculating mean, median, mode, or to do any statistical analysis, we would require packages. So in order to use those packages, we need to install those packages. So the first point here is run RStudio and explore the environment. So let me just show you how to open up the RStudio. So in your search box, you can look out for RStudio. By double clicking on that, the RStudio will open up. So this is called as the RStudio IDE. What you have here is the console window where you can type in the commands. For example, I am printing hello world. After typing, you just need to give enter by keeping the cursor at the last. As you can see, hello world has been successfully printed. It means that your RStudio is working perfectly fine. So now let's go ahead with the steps given in the document. The second point is install the following packages from your repository. You may use the install.packages function available in R to do that. For example, you can install the dplyr and plyr packages by using the following command, install.packages. Inside the function, we've given the packages name inside the double quotes. You can either use single or double quotes. And if you want to install multiple packages at a time, then you can just separate your packages names by a comma like we've given here. So here we are installing 2 packages using the same command in a single line, and you just need to set the dependencies is equal to true. Now I'll show you how to install the packages using this command in R. So there are a set of packages that needs to be installed for this course. So all the packages have been listed in a table. For example, in the R programming module, we will be requiring all these packages. Since I already have the first 3 packages, I'll show you how to install SQLDF. You have to use the command install.packages. Inside the double quote, I'm giving SQLDF after the comma, that is dependencies equal to true. Place your cursor at the end of the line and then click enter. The installation would begin. So what you see here is the other dependencies that has been installed along with the SQLDF package. So once the download is complete, you will be able to see this line. The downloaded binary packages are in this folder. So when you get this line, it means that the installation of package is successfully done. If you want to verify whether it's there in your machine or not, so you can look out for SQLDF in the search box given here. If it shows up in your list, then it means that it has been successfully installed and it's there in your machine. Using the same function install.packages, I'm going to install 2 packages at a time. So you just need to give the C function. The C stands for concat. In R, we use the function C to basically concat set of values to create it as a vector. For example, we have multiple packages. We are going to have all those packages as a vector and then passing it as an input to the install.packages function. So the C represents concat the values. So inside the function, I'm giving the packages name. The first is ggplot2. I'm giving that inside the double quotes, and by separating that by a comma, I'm giving the next package. So this is the vector, and after that you have to give dependencies is equal to true and close your bracket. By clicking on enter, you are now installing two packages, ggplot2 and ggmap. So once the download is complete, you will be able to see the message, the downloaded source packages are in this particular directory. So now coming back to the setup guide. So this is the last point where we will install the packages given in the table, but I've just shown you how to install few packages, but you have to install all the other packages given in this table. For example, we've given the packages required for R programming, statistical modeling, data preparation, and for other modules. So you have to install the packages using the same method and then keep it ready for the course. Thank you.